All right, here we go. Let's get it started. So today we are coming with but today's topic is buyer-broker agreements. And as always, we're going to flip the coin to decide who's going to make which argument. So you call it in the air.
To be fair, bummer, heads. Holy smokes. You gonna use that?
All right. So
I
you
didn't
are,
look.
Yep. So you are side A. So we're going to get it started. So
Warning, this might hurt your brain because we're going to discuss both sides of an issue. Yeah, crazy, I know. In this world, there are no solutions, only trade-offs. So we're going to discuss both sides of a topic, even though we don't necessarily believe either argument, and neither should you, so chill.
All right, so a while ago, Rod and I had recorded a on the NAR settlement. So there's a lot to go in here. We're just going to go over it. The NAR lawsuit was lost by NAR, who has the largest lobbying group in the world. The ambulance chaser won the hell out of that case, took the ball to the end zone, spiked it, then did the dance.
The 5, touchdown, Dallas.
The ideal of sportsmanship began to take a back seat to excessive celebration.
And here's the world that we live in. We're talking about the buyer-broker agreement.
yeah, but I ain't doing it.
Wait, what? You ain't doing what?
I ain't doing it means I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. I sold my other homes without one. I don't like change. Change is stupid. I like things the same old way they've always been. Didn't sign one before. Ain't doing it now.
Yeah, but to sell your house, you actually always have signed an agreement. Every time. Those listing agreements have been around longer than you and I have been around. It's always been the norm, right? This is different. This is a buyer-broker agreement. This is an agreement that the buyer has to sign with the real estate agent to make sure that the buyer, the realtor, is paid when they do sell your house.
Okay, then what the hell are you even talking about if we've always signed this?
Well, that's just it. We're only talking about the agreement that you sign, right, to sell your house. That seems to be an important thing, right? You want to know how much you're going to pay to sell your house, correct?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Since the lawsuit settled, as an overly broad explanation, it's not automatic that the seller is paying the commissions anymore, okay? It never was the law or anything. Just now it has to be spelled out way more. There could be scenarios where, as a buyer, you might have to pay some of, if not all of, the real estate agent's commissions directly.
Wait. Now, when I'm buying a house, I have to pay for the commission? That super sucks.
Yeah, but kind of, sort of, but not really. Plus, everyone pretty much has always paid it anyway.
I have not. I would not. I would have to be a fool to pay for that. The seller pays for that.
Yeah, but as the immortal Mr. T would say, I pity the fool.
I pity the fool.
I pity the fool.
Quit your jibber jabber.
I pity that fool.
I pity the fool that drank my milk.
Either way, you are paying. Let me explain. You know how, in general, people pay the realtors a 6% commission, right?
Yeah, the seller, but not the buyer.
Okay, well, it's never been 6% in aggregate, but for the simplicity of math, let's pretend that it is.
Okay.
Well, in the past, if I need to sell my house and walk away with $100,000, I would sell my house for $106,000. That $6,000 is what we would use then for the commissions to pay the two different agents.
Okay.
And I would net my $100,000. So the buyer pays $106,000 for the house.
Yeah, fine. That's how it's always been. I hate change. Now I suppose I have to pay an agent on top of all of that?
Nope. The theory behind the settlement is that since the seller isn't presumed to have to pay the 6%, the house would be listed for less than the $106,000.
Okay. Now you have my attention. Explain yourself.
All right. First, real estate commissions has always been negotiable. That's a fact. However, one part of this lawsuit was alleging that the National Association of Realtors was conspiring to keep both sides' commissions at 3%. Now it's even more clear that both sides can negotiate the commissions. So once again, let's say you need to net $100,000. Let's go back to my example. You find a real estate agent after interviewing 20 of them. Someone's going to list it for 2%. Now you only need to list your house for $102,000, making it cheaper for the buyer.
Well, that is cheaper, so it sounds like a win to me. But how does the buyer's agent get paid in that situation?
Well, now you're catching up, sport. It's up to you as the buyer to decide that. First, you would interview agents to find one you like and mutually agree upon a commission rate. Let's pretend you land on 3%, okay? You would have multiple options at this point. First, your agent could negotiate the price down to $98,940 in our example of $100,000, so that you buy the house for $102,000 and the seller pays the $3,000. Okay?
Wait, I thought you said that the seller can't pay.
I didn't say that. They can pay. It's just not automatic. The other option would be to buy the house for $105,600, which would allow the seller to get their $100,000, the listing agent to get their 2%, and the buyer's agent get their 3%, or again, any combination of those options in between.
Yeah, but I'm guessing most people take the option where you just increase the sales price and have the seller pay both sides of it. So how is this really any different?
It's really kind of not. That's kind of the whole thing here. It's dumb.
How the hell am I supposed to keep this whole thing straight?
For the love of God, man, that's where we started this whole thing. We have a buyer-broker agreement. Look, dude, here's the thing. The buyer-broker agreement spells it all out in writing. Everybody knows where they stand. The buyer knows what he's paying. The real estate agent knows what they're getting paid. The seller and the seller's agent, we don't have to worry about that at all.
Oh, well, yeah, but why does it need to be a contract?
Things don't always go as planned.
True.
Look, let's go back to the previous example. Seller needs to make $100,000,
Okay.
right? Okay. Listing agent needs to be paid 2%
Okay.
for their services, okay? And you're not as good at negotiating, so your representative is getting paid 3%.
Hey.
That adds up to $105,060, okay?
Okay.
But let's say the appraisal comes in at $104,000 and your lender can't increase the financing. They just can't. You, the buyer, is responsible for that $1,060, and that's all there is to it. The contract assures the buyer's agent, your agent, that they are going to get paid. Nothing can go wrong. That's why we need the contract.
Oh, yeah, I guess I could see where that'd be a problem. Yeah, but does that mean I can only work with that one agent?
Well, that depends. There are exclusive and non-exclusive relationships, okay? It's totally up to you and your negotiation skills.
Okay.
There are also time-based agreements where maybe you give someone, I don't know, a certain period of time to be your exclusive representative. If they don't find exactly what you want in that time frame, you either switch or renegotiate.
So technically, I could have multiple of these things going at once with different agents at multiple commissions?
Yeah?
So technically, I could have multiple of these things going at once with different agents at multiple commissions?
No. And here's the thing. Technically, legally, you can sign more than one agreement. Also, technically and legally, you will be responsible to pay multiple brokers if you go under contract in the time frame in which those agreements, those contracts were signed. So just be aware.
How the heck can anyone keep this stuff straight?
I don't know. I do know. Maybe we draw up an agreement, between the buyer and the broker. I know, holy, I know. Maybe we can call it
Smart
the
ass.
buyer-broker agreement.
Smart ass.
What you gonna do?